everybody. Welcome to Voices from the Swamp with my lovely guest, SunPsychic Jean, who I absolutely adore. And
Hi,
one of these
everybody.
days, I'm gonna learn to be able to control my mediumship like she does.
Aw.
It's still very hit and miss with me, so I'm working on it. But
It
it
is
just
one of the hardest things I ever had to do, and it still is a very much a challenge every time. But it's so very rewarding that you just keep going, keep practicing, keep practicing.
oh
Yeah.
yeah, absolutely. I mean, and people really love it when you can kind of just zero in on whoever it is that's wanting to come talk to them, and then you're able to give them a message, that's very personal. I know when I've had people do a mediumship reading for me, and usually something will come out, and it's like, how would you even know that? I've never even talked about that. So
Hmm.
that's kind of cool when it happens. And it's
Yeah.
happened to me a few times reading for other people, but it's not. Usually I'll just get a general feeling. Like I'll get the kind of like the thought in my head of what they're feeling, but I don't get a direct message.
Hmm.
It's only happened a few times, and it's really cool when it does. So,
Yep. Yep.
um,
If there's a charge of emotion, or if there's an important message, or if it's the first time that somebody is reaching out to their loved one, it usually comes through with more enthusiasm and more emotion. And, you know, a little bit more urgency. But if you
yeah,
have gotten a message from your loved one over and over and over again, there's not really anything dire. Like, you can still have some information that goes back and forth, but there's not going to be any like that big impact um
right,
as much.
right. I remember back when Allie was still reading with Susan, and she
Yeah.
was just starting to do oracle cards, and she was always insisting, "Oh no, I'm not a psychic. I don't have any abilities. I'm." And Susan would tell her, "Yeah, you do." And I had asked for a reading one day, and they picked my name. And before Susan could draw breath to answer what she was getting, Allie just looked up. She said, "Your mom says she remembers everything." And I was like, it floored me because it was before I had ever mentioned that my mother had dementia, and that's what she died from.
Oh,
And I told her later, I said, "Girl, I knew in that moment you were a lot more psychic than you realized." Just because that
hmm.
just came out. I think it surprised her that it came out, but I was just, you could have blew me over with a feather. I mean, just, that's not the response I was expecting to get. And I knew instantly, yep, that was from my mom. So,
Yeah,
um,
yeah. There's a connection that you feel along with the message, and that
oh,
sometimes
yeah.
you get the chills, or sometimes but you can feel it. It comes with an energetic quality to it. Um, but yeah,
Very much so. Yeah.
it is something that I do practice and strive to expand my skill set, and it's important to keep sharp on. And I'm often surprised, and this is how I know that it's from spirit. Like, I don't expect something, and then I experience something totally unexpected, and I know it's from spirit. And
Yeah.
it's almost like I need the validation every time, because we forget. It's almost like a dream. Like, when you give a message and it's quite impactful, you forget it. And then the next time when it happens, it's a surprise and amazing all over again. It's almost like it never gets old. It's like profound, and it moves you each and every time. And this is what I
Oh,
love most about it.
absolutely. I mean, and I'm like that when I do readings anyway. You could ask me 10 minutes later, expound, and I'll be like, well, what did I say?
Hmm.
Because it's gone. I have to go back and rewatch a show if I get a message or a comment left that says, can you maybe flesh this out a little bit? I'm like, I don't even know what I said to you. you're gonna have to tell me what I said, or I'm gonna have to go back and rewatch the video just so I know what it is that I've said to people, because it's gone. I mean, even when I'm doing cards, sometimes I'll remember some of the cards that I draw, like the next time I do a draw for someone, but a lot of times it's completely, it's gone. Once I've said it, it's
It's like a dream. It's like a dream because it comes through you. It's not in your intellect. It's not in your memory. It's coming through you. So that's why it's gone as soon as it comes through. Um, yeah, it's an ongoing practice. And a lot of people, they say, "Oh, you're a medium," and they think that you're like the Tyler somebody, the kid on TV. There's a couple of kids on TV. Tyler or somebody. What's
I've
his name?
seen, yeah, he's pretty amazing. Yeah,
Tyler
Henry.
Henry, and he's really good. And the other one, Matt Frazier, he's really good too. He is amazing. I mean, just flat out. And then, and they think, well, oh, you're a medium, you can do what they do. No, it takes years and years and years of practice. It takes time to develop it. It takes really, I do a lot of private practice and preparation and work on myself and work to develop my skills. And then, it's a lot. It takes a lot, and it takes a lot of focus and concentration. I remember one
Yeah.
time I was doing a psychic fair, and I was doing reading after reading, like maybe 10 readings in a row, and I got done and we were getting in the car, and my husband was talking to me. I said, "I'm not back yet. Like, I'm not here yet. I can't. I know you're
Don't
trying to
talk to me
say
right now.
something, but I couldn't focus on what he was saying. I was still in like that other realm, and but then I had like this really sore, felt like my head was sore. Like I didn't have a headache. It was like soreness from connecting and being in that state of
Yeah.
consciousness for so long. So it
I
does
heard
take a lot of
Susan Lynn
energy.
talk about that one time, that she
Oh,
was in, I guess it was back when she kind of was first getting going and all of this, and she took a class or something, and the teacher would have them focus on different things of moving it in and out through the third eye. And she was talking about, she was like, we got through. She said, my head right between my eyes, she said, it felt like somebody had punched me. It hurt so bad. And she said it was the weirdest feeling in the world. And I was like, damn, it's like you get a physical feeling off of that. So that's kind of cool.
and that's like a
Um,
muscle. It's an energetic muscle. And that's the
yeah.
focus, and that's the strength. Some people can, and a lot of times it's just like this. I say sometimes it's like a drip of water or like a flash, like a millisecond. And sometimes it's like a fire hose, like it's constant and it's just coming out, and you just have to keep going, keep going, and keep going until it stops. Um, but it depends on the loved one, it depends on the message, and it depends on the connection. Like, but it's it's amazing.
Yeah.
And
Which is
some
why it's so important for the person to be in the chat when you're actually doing their reading for them,
oh yeah,
because
I
it opens
don't think
that
we do
door.
without it. Yeah, I don't think we do readings without them being here. It's
Yeah.
it yeah. I mean, just the energy is so much better. The result of the reading is so much better when they're here, and when they validate, like when I say, if I'm getting somebody's mother or something, there's like energy floating around here, and I hear like little whispers or little bits, and I'm like, is that them? I'm like, does your mother like wear pearl earrings, and did she always have like frosted tips on her hair? And I would like be getting little bits and pieces. And then when they say, my mother frosted her hair for 40 years. And then as soon as they say that, this energy that I was picking up, it's like a magnet, comes in close and more clearly. And it's like working with me privately. But otherwise, it's like all the way out there, like I'm reaching, and it's like faint, very, very faint. And I could lose it. The connection is very, very, what would you say? Fragile. The connection is fragile. I could lose them just as easy as I got them. And as soon as you get that validation, they will come in stronger. And
Oh yeah.
it's a process. It really does amaze me. It's hard to believe for myself. It really is.
Yeah, no, I get it because I know whenever I've done some private readings, and they've specifically asked for a mediumship, and I tell them from the beginning, I'll save it for last and hope that doing the other stuff and getting that connection a little deeper, that they'll come through, because I just can't turn it on and off like a lot of people do, at least not yet. And so, and most people are usually like, well, if you can get it, great. If not, no big deal. I know one of the first times it happened for me, it was an old family friend of my mom's. I mean, I knew her as a young girl. The grown-ups were this, my mom, her sister, and her husband, and then this lady and her husband. The husbands were both Air Force, and so it was like we spent weekends together and all this kind of stuff. And when I first started doing personal readings, she emailed me and said, "Would you do one for me?"
Oh,
I said, "Oh, yeah, sure." I was like, I'm hoping that I don't mess anything up, because it's pressure, because it's somebody that you've known most of your life. And she was really wanting a message from her mom that had just passed the year before. And so I said, I'll try. I can't promise, but I'll try. And so I answered several of her questions and did the reading. Everything came through really strong. And then all of a sudden, her mom was there and just talking to me. And I was able to relay what she was saying. And so I'm like wrapping up the thing, and your mom is, that's what she wanted you to know, blah, blah, blah. And then I stopped because my mother came in for a message for her because they were good friends back in the day, And I was like, okay, I said, my mom is here and wants to give you a message. And that made her cry more than her own mother's message. That my mom came into me to talk to her. I was like, yeah, that's a first, because
wow.
she's never come through that strongly to talk to me directly. It's through other means that she communicates with me. I said, so that was kind of wild. And
Right.
but
Wow.
it was
Oh my
really cool.
gosh. Yeah.
And
You pinch yourself. You're like, did that really just happen? It's like it's like
yeah,
nothing else though. And you can't make that up. You would never even in your wildest dreams, you would never even think that your mother would follow her mother. Why in a million years would you ever consider that? And when it happens, it's so shocking, but it's so real. You have to just keep moving forward. Oh my gosh, Sherry, that's amazing.
yeah. It
No, but
was
it's
it blew me away. It was just so unexpected. And I wasn't, it was like, because the minute my mother showed up, I knew it was her. And I thought, okay, she's come to tell me something since the connection's open. And it was like, oh no, you're fine. I want to talk to Gloria. And I was
yeah.
like, oh, okay. So that was kind of wild. And I've had stuff like that happen a few times. But again, like I said, it's very hit and miss. I never know. I never know when it's going to come in. I still haven't
Hmm.
learned to control it yet. So
Hmm.
that's something I'm
Yeah,
still working
there is
on.
no guarantee. There is no. Sometimes the loved one, I can see them there, and they're like have their arms folded, and they won't talk to me, and I'm like, I can see them there, but they don't want to. They're not, opening up.
They're not
And
communicating. Yeah,
mm-mm.
that's wild. Well, let's say hello to a few people. We've already got 45 folks in the room. So, and welcome new members, Jana and Hippie. They both joined membership earlier when I was on with Nate. And that was Nate's a lot of fun. I don't know if you've had a chance to read with him, but
Have not read with him, but I've watched him. He's really he's funny and he's sweet and he's knowledgeable. He's great. Hmm.
and he's very plugged in, very much so.
He's
Um,
great with those cards.
I
Oh my gosh.
learn something
Mhm.
every time I read with him. I learn something. And so we've been doing 2 shows a month, one live and one recorded, and switching off on each other's channels. So that's been fun. And because, like I said, I'm learning. I just had a member sent me where is it? Not a member, but one of my subscribers sent me this off of my Amazon wish list,
Oh
the
my,
Lenormand deck, the Gilded
beautiful.
Reverie Lenormand, with the book, which was a separate purchase. And they said, well, I guess we got to get serious now and teach you how to do that. I'm like, yes, please.
Oh, that's wonderful.
And so let's see. We've got Kimberly's here, Debbie's here, Level Up Lady, Sherry French is here, uh, Kimberly. We got 2 Kimberlys in the house. Okay. And Christina and Artist Liz and Maria Marino. I know Marino in Arizona. Claudio Marino. We used to work together. Let's see. Stephanie Sue, ButterfliesRfree is here. And Sirabi is here. AZ is happy. She's a new member too. And Christina, Magical Mermaid, Waterlily, T-Lynn, Jill. Okay, y'all keep jumping more in there. Kathy, Susan. I can't catch up. Hippie, Cat Lady, Old Windwalker. Well, that's a new name. Welcome. I'm glad to see you here. And let's see. And Annette and Anja. Okay, I think I hit everybody. If I missed you, I apologize. Hello. Hello from me to you if I missed your name. I'm trying to get everybody. So if, as y'all know, I do members first, donations second, everybody else next, and Jean and I will try to get through as many as we can. And if we're not able to get to you today, then come back tonight at 10 o'clock when I do the slumber party and just remind me that you didn't get your question answered earlier. And I'll put you to the front of the line tonight.
And how do they a donation so that anybody who really needs a reading?
They can do a super chat, super sticker,
Oh,
super chat, or
okay.
they can make a direct donation to my Venmo or my PayPal. If you want to send Jean a donation, you can make a
Oh,
direct.
no, I'm on your channel, Sherry. We're doing your
Well, I
that's
don't
your
mind sharing the wealth if somebody wants to send you a donation.
maybe next time
Um,
when you're on my channel.
okay. And all of her information is below in the description box. Make sure you go to Jean's channel and like, subscribe, and share. And
Okay. So
do
the
you have
super
membership?
chats mostly. Okay. Let me just see.
Do you have membership, Jean?
I do not, Sherry. You'll have to teach me more about that. You know,
Yeah,
I just
it's not
didn't
nearly as hard as I thought it would be. So
I mean, I didn't know what else I could offer that I don't already do. So it was hard to do. It was hard to decide.
it,
Um,
yeah, that same with me when I did it. It was like I wanted to be able to offer certain things for members, but at the same time, I had to be very honest with myself and say, okay, what does your time allow you to do extra? Because you're already doing all this other stuff plus working. And so I had to really, I'm hoping to maybe add some stuff to it this new year. Um, so that each level, because I have 2 levels, and you can be a bebe turtle or you could be a Cajun crawfish, either one. And I even created little emojis that they could use. So, and that was a lot of fun once I figured out how to do it.
so I
and
just popped in Sherry's PayPal and Venmo if you guys don't want to do a super sticker. So we're going to
oh,
do memberships first, and then donations, and then everybody else. So let's go ahead and get
Exactly.
started. Whenever you, I put them right in there. So in case they don't, I don't know. I actually
Thank
don't know how to
you.
do a super chat. I'm
I've
on it.
never done one either. I've always directly donated because
Right,
I know the person's going to get what I donated.
right.
YouTube's not going to take 35% of it, but with a lot of people, it's easier for them to super chat. So I just
Yeah,
do both. And it's like,
yeah.
if you feel led to donate, I am thrilled. And I'll take it any way you want to send it. So I'm not picky. But
And if you do send it
all
through
right.
PayPal, just let us know so that she can make note of it.
Exactly. Okay, first up is artist Liz, who's a member. And a message from her brother John. Oh, I saw what I thought was a native man a few mornings back sitting in the chair next to me. Oh, how interesting.
So, what the first thing I hear is your brother John is saying that you need to ask this gentleman who's watching over you. I feel like this gentleman is like a watcher or a protector of some sort, a spirit guide that you saw. I don't know that John is it's almost like for your soul, Liz. It's your soul's guide. It's your soul's guardian. And your brother John is also, but he's not involved with your soul and your soul's guardian. He can see this, but he says that you may want to do some meditation and connect to this guardian, because I think this guardian has some interesting additions for you. And what they're showing me is like, you know how you see I don't know if he had a headdress on, but if he had a headdress on, they're showing me each feather, and the tips of the feather are like dusted almost in cinnamon. And it's not cinnamon, but it's like this brown, dusty something at the tip of every feather. And I feel like that is information or energy that is to be transmuted or transported or transcended to you. I feel like this guardian or guide has information and wisdom to share with you. So, and I believe that was your brother telling me that too. So maybe he does.
Yeah. She said the man said hi, that was it. And that he said her name.
Wow.
So yeah, that really makes sense with what Jean was getting there. Yeah, it just I almost feel it comes across almost like an introduction. Like he was introducing himself to you. Like, I'm here now. Hi. Don't be afraid of me. That's what I'm picking up. And then I pulled a card that says Precious Time. That's from the Oracle of the Fairies. And it just says, the Fairy of Time wants you to experience every moment fully and to make the most of your precious time. Be mindful not to waste others' time either. So I feel like this is just, he's letting you know. He's ooh, I got chills. That gave me
Interesting.
the shivers.
Mm-hmm.
That gave me the shivers.
Mm-hmm.
And she says, "Thank you, Jean."
You're welcome.
Okay, let's see. Okay, Kimberley Canus is a member, and I had a dream overnight on bus. You're allergic to
I don't
tickles.
I don't think, I know that you didn't offend anybody in the spiritual realm, or in the
Mm-mm.
dream realm, I should say. Things are not always what they appear to be, and the bus could be, you know, just you and your consciousness, and your teachers could be, just, and it's a lot of the dream representation are metaphors. So, try and take it's not as realistic and it's not as logical. It's quite metaphoric, if that's a word. And I feel as though maybe you were at a school or in a school during your dream, if that makes any sense. When we travel, our consciousness travels to the astral realms to learn lessons and to communicate. I think it just may have been like a representation of a memory of you being at this school. And but it just came through like this. But I'm allergic. I feel like you were just pulling away. I think it's like when you're in that in-between state and you're coming back from learning lessons and you're waking up, you're coming from your creative mind over into your analytical mind, and your analytical mind is trying to make sense of what your creative mind and your consciousness just experienced. So it comes through a little muted or twisted, and so I feel as though your conscious mind, analytical mind, was not sure what to do with that. So that's why they were saying, I'm allergic to teachers. It's almost like it was like a self-defense kind of thing, like your logical mind was creating this in order to protect you from remembering exactly where you were and what you were doing during your sleep time, during your, unconscious, or your travel in your sleep. That's what I got.
I pulled for you creation, and it said the spirit within. So I think that they were just letting you know that as you grow, you're creating more and more open dialogue from the other side to yourself. You're creating that as you open up. That's what they're saying to me. Yeah, I was just waiting to see anything else. No, they stopped at that. So hopefully that helped answer your questions. Okay, let's see. Waterlily is a member and made a donation. Both.
Oh,
Thank you. I don't expect members to make donations, but thank you anyway. um, I mean, you're already paying something extra, so. And do my guides have a message for me?
so the first thing I felt when I was connecting to your energy, Waterlily, is I think you may already, but you may be having some guests or some family members move in with you. There may be like a sharing of food, sharing of shelter, sharing of heat, sharing of coolness. Whatever this is, I feel like you guys are going to combine your resources and share under one roof. And I see you having like you're organizing everything, and you're like, these two stay here, you two stay there, and this is what I'm going to do, and when you're ready you can come here. I don't know if you direct people or if you organize people, but I feel like they're in your home and they're staying with you. And I feel like it's not usual, but it's so much fun. It's almost, you make it a party and you're like, why didn't we think of this sooner? Because you guys are really enjoying yourself. Oh, my daughter and I just moved into a place together. And does she have kids? I wonder, because this is what I'm seeing. This is what I'm seeing. And I feel like there's a sharing of resources. But you may have somebody else come and stay with you as well. it's a little bit more of like, no, she doesn't have any kids. Okay. But keep an open mind, and you may still want to, could be, I don't know. But I do see you sharing resources, and you and your daughter. Oh, we do share resources. Good. You and your daughter could go and stay at a family member's house, and I don't know whether it's because you don't have power, or because something that you would have to leave and go and stay with somebody. But it's an inconvenience, but it ends up being so magical. So keep that in the back of your mind there, Waterlily. How about you, Sherry?
Well, from Dragon Wisdom, I pulled Independence. And it talks about this is telling you that you're starting to think really deeply about your family, friends, those bonds, and how you develop and strengthen those bonds, regardless of how close or far away you may be to one another. Um, it says that independence strengthens personal responsibility and it helps to play a central role in your life, and that you'll find happiness and contentment in your own actions, especially as you work to incorporate your family and your friends into more of what you're personally doing. And so if somebody comes to stay with you, then that's going to really make that bond become stronger, and tighter. Uh, whether if it's a family member or just a friend, it's still they're just saying this skill is developing and it's getting stronger. The more you work on it, the stronger it becomes.
There you go.
There we go. And let's see here. Make sure, and somebody just knocked on the door. Now the dog's going to bark. Oh my goodness.
It's not too loud, Sherry. It's fine.
Oh, okay. I just wanted to make sure I hadn't missed any members here. So, butterflies are free. You're next for you. Oh, thank you. I got a package. I'm not expecting a package, but I'll open it later.
That'll be something fun to do tonight, right? An unboxing.
Yeah, there we go. I can do that. I always forget to do it until after I open the box. And it's like, oh, damn it. I'm not putting everything back in. So then I'll just show what I got when I'm on. But I need to make a habit out of that. Any love coming for me this year?
So there's a really wonderful woman that I saw on Ask Julie Ryan, and it's called Love After 40. And I know that you and I, Butterflies Are Free, are a little more than a little after 40, but she has some really interesting ways of preparing and asking ourselves, and one in trying to get our mindset ready for this. And I just love the way. Let me see if I still have her under resources. um I don't think I do. I thought I put her in there. She's really good and she makes a lot of sense. Videos. If I find it, I'll put it in Sherry's notes below. But she's really good. And what it is we work on ourselves. We prepare ourselves. And it's not whether love is coming, it's whether we're ready for the love, whether we are, whether it's something that we want to pursue and to, it's, focus on and, work through. And it's really very, I've been listening to some of it. I'm married. I don't, but I do the background so that, because I have a lot of people ask me about love, but the way that she talks about us being our own partner, and what type of partner are we, and is it that we can offer, and what is it that we want, and what is it that we don't want, like really getting clear on what capability is, how much companionship, how much availability, and just the whole mindset, and really changing our minds. She's really good at turning things and giving you a new perspective, and it takes a lot of the pressure out of it, and it really is like, oh, okay, I can do that. And it's like ease. She's very magical. I'll look it up when Sherry does hers, and I'll put the link in. But this is what I feel for you, Butterflies Are Free. It's there for you when you're ready. It's there for you when you're ready. We are all meant to be in companionship if this is what we desire. And there are many, many partners that would love for you to be a partner with you. And it's not whether it's available, it's whether you're available. So I thought that was really interesting. Yeah.
I pulled for you Magical Gateway, which goes right along with what Jean was just saying. It says it takes courage and trust to venture into the unknown. That's what a new love is. It's venturing into the unknown. It says, yet this is where the greatest rewards are. It's time to step boldly forward without looking back. So you just have to be ready to take that step, like Jean was saying. Just step forward and go, okay, here it is. And I think you're going to be very pleasantly surprised with what shows up. And okay, let's see. Who do I have next? Is Stephanie.
I found the dating woman, and her name is Nancy Bruce. And I just put the link in the chat, and it's called the Finding Love Podcast. And she's really very good. And
There you go. If y'all want to screen grab it, in case if it should be a clickable link, but
and her name is Nancy Bruce.
Hi, Marina.
Marina's here. Marina's
y'all be sure you come back at 6:00 Central Time tonight. Marina is having her 5,000 plus party.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, Marina. And I think it's Mountain Time, but yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it's 4:00 Mountain Time, 5:00 Mountain Time, which makes it like 6:00 my time. I'm an hour ahead of Marina, so because I'm Central. But okay, so there's the link if y'all want to screen grab it. In case you can't click the link and go. Sometimes if you're on your phone, you can't do both. Okay, Stephanie, you jumped right in and said, I'm here. As soon as I called her name, you're up next. So
I'm going to save this to my resources.
Is there a message from my spirit guides?
Dating after 40. I knew it was called something. All right. Miss Stephanie, spirit guides for Miss Stephanie. Have you been creating, Stephanie? Have you been doing artwork? And if not, have you been practicing with your tarot cards and all of there's something beautiful, something that your eye just really loves to look at. So I'm not sure if you're creating this, if it's jewelry, if it's crystals, if it's tarot cards. There's something that you really love looking at, and it brings you a lot of joy. And it also like brings you messages. There's little subliminal messages that you get from whatever this is that you're looking at. So if you're creating something, it brings you joy to look at it, or it's colorful, it's mosaic, it's lovely, and I'm not sure if it's other people's creations or your own creations, but they want you to keep doing what it is that you love. And it's very much a visual thing. I feel like you're very strong visually. I think you may have some clairvoyance abilities, because I think you also are receiving like energetic frequencies and or messages that come off of these creations. You know how we look at light language, but it's written, it's in a script, and some people do just artwork that's channeled artwork. I'm not sure if you do this or if you like looking at this. Whatever it is, they want you to do more of it. And that's what I got.
She said that she's been doing tarot lately, but has been tired a lot. So yeah, it's hard to focus on it when you're tired. I hear you there. I pulled for you from Dragon Path Emergence, and it talks about it's time to reflect. You need to take stock of what you value and what is important to you. Um, your experiences may have been vexing, and it's unwise to dwell on them, but you can learn from them. Understand those you need to remember and let all others go. From this place, a new, vibrant you can emerge, but first you must allow yourself time to reflect. Go within to that inner place of peace and bring forth that which you wish to be. So I think they're just trying to encourage you to keep doing a little bit every day, just to keep that flow going, as because they're going to start talking to you through the cards. It kind of freaked me out when it first started happening, because a lot of this stuff is new for me, because I kept it hidden for so long, pretending that no, I don't do that. I don't see that. I don't hear that. I don't know that is. Eventually it catches up and they're like, yeah, you do. And so just a little bit, just a little bit at a time. And just keep it open for yourself. Bye, hippie. And and I think you're gonna do great. All right. And let's see. Sherry French is asking for a message from her guides.
I think there's something that you have to let go of, Sherry, that you've been trying to or working on letting go of. And I feel like you're hanging on to it because if you let go of it, you're wondering, what is it that you're going to worry about? Like, what is it that's going to take up your time or your focus? And they said, leave that to us. They say, leave that to us. We'll fill in that time. There's also a dragon here for you, Miss Sherry. And this dragon is very loving and very supportive. And it has you coiled in a, almost like, what do you call that when you wrap a baby? Not a bundle, but when you wrap a baby and
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Well, shoot, if you hadn't asked, I could have told you what it was called.
Swaddle. There you go. I knew the
Model.
chat. Yeah. Mhm. Yep. The swaddle. And this is what this dragon is doing for you, Miss Sherry. They have you swaddled in comfort, and they said it's okay, and you can trust yourself to let it go. And you are there. You're just hanging. It's almost like in your back pocket, just in case. But they want you just to let it, to just like pick it up out of your back pocket and just drop it, like let go of the connection and let it fall. And it's almost like you're going to forget. You're going to forget, and it's not going to be sort of in your thoughts anymore. But it's okay. It's okay. It's important for you to move on. And this is important for all of us in these energies that are all of the changing that's happening between 2025 and 2030. And there's new frequencies and new energies going to be around. And they need us to sort of raise our vibration and become lighter and not hang on to those either mistakes or disappointments or tragedies or whatever that might be that we're holding on to because we think we need to. They're like, it's time to let it go. So that's what they want to let you know there, Miss Sherry.
Awesome. Well, I drew for you the Dragon Platinum, and this is a Grandmaster Dragon. It's how it's identified. You can see it's got all the chakras there for the chakra lights. And it says that I am the keeper of secrets. This dragon, if I can keep the page from flipping on me, says this dragon is the guardian of the Atlantean temples and connects to Saint Germain, and is the historian and record keeper of all events during the Atlantean era. He can take you to and bestow upon you the magic encompassed in that time. He says that I am here to impart this ancient knowledge to you, for yourself and others. Now is the time for these memories to resurface and for you to acquire ancient knowledge. These secrets have been hidden in plain view. All you need to do is ask to be reconnected to them. So that's what he's here for, is to reconnect you. And as you can see, all the chakras there. So
that is beautiful. What is the deck? Is that a dragon deck or
it's Dragon Path.
Oh, very nice.
And I've had it for a while. I forgot I had the deck actually, and I was looking through this morning saying, what are some decks I haven't used in a while that's calling to me? And that one literally jumped off the shelf at me.
Wow.
And I was like, oh, okay, guess we're gonna use you. So
that was cool.
Fantastic, Sherry. Okay.
Yeah, very special.
Let's see here. Next up, we have Level Up Lady. Do my guides have any suggestions about my intuitive business I want to start? I heard that loud and clear as a bell when I read the question, and I just heard start, like they were yelling it.
Mm-hmm.
So your guides were yelling at me and not at you.
They also, and I don't know if you've asked this before, Level Up Lady, but they're saying try not to think of it as a business, but as a service where you exchange energies. And this is energetically, but I think that this is something that you've been doing sort of, or working towards, or dabbling in, or 1 foot in, 1 foot out, or but they want you to continue moving in this manner. Like they don't want you to turn off one source and then turn on another source. They want you to leave both of them open and, work towards it. So start, and it does take a little while to get up and running. So it'll won't put as much pressure on you if you start it like right here, right now, wherever you are, and just say, okay, today is it, February 1st, 2025. I just started my business. And there's no pressure with it. And you just move and ease and obtain and develop. And like some people start a business, they don't have their website yet. Some people start a business, they don't have a bank account yet. It's okay.
I don't have a website. Yeah.
And don't let that stop you. So start where you are, and you can always build towards it. So don't, it's like don't wait until you have all of your ducks in a row. That's not with the spiritual type of businesses or services, it doesn't always have to be in that way. Yep. Sherry's right.
And I drew for you the dragon with Merlin,
Oh,
the great master magician, who wishes to remind you that the blood of your ancestors flows in your veins, and that blood unites you. There was a time when magic was an important element in all of our lives. Magic surrounds us, flowing through all things. Magic has always existed and is entirely natural. Bring the magic of your ancestors and your forebears back into your life. So opening up this business, that's opening that door to let all of those guides, all of those ancestors, all of that magic back into your life and come pouring out of you. Because it says that Merlin wishes to teach you that the mightiest tools wielded by a sorcerer or a priestess are words. It's what you say and how you say it. And that use words as tools of love and light. Merlin wishes to teach you that dragons will bring magic into your life and enhance the magical power you carry within you. And that's for this one
beautiful.
here.
And Merlin is one
And
of my
I got,
guides too. I have
not too
Merlin.
long ago, I
He's
had
back
got this
somewhere.
as a gift. Somebody sent me a dragon. It's
Oh,
like a brooch, a pin. And I'm scared to wear it because I'm scared it's gonna break and I don't want to lose it. So I've got it over here on my little altar table where I keep my little dragon there next to my feather and my turtles, and my other big dragon is up on the bookshelf. And so because I didn't want to knock it over. It's jade. And
it's
it came
beautiful.
directly from China. So um all right. Maria Marino is next.
Oh, she's just saying,
Oh,
okay,
she's saying
that's
hi. I
sweet.
thought she had a question. That's
I did
awesome.
I did a
And
reading
she's in
for her.
Lafayette too. Oh,
Uh-huh.
awesome. That's where I'm at. It's Lafayette. So we're in the same city. Oh yeah, girlfriend, we gotta connect. Get together without a doubt. You're right here. I mean, don't get that every day. And Marina says, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to both channels.
Thank
And
you.
thank you,
Thank you,
Marina.
Marina. Are you getting ready for your party, Marina?
She should be.
I know.
That
Are
would be a nervous
tiaras
wreck.
required? I don't think I have one, but I'll find something. Are we doing tiaras?
Yeah, that's right. I get to take out my tiara. I
Party,
don't know if
party. I
I'm
mean,
if
yeah. Party attire.
I don't know if I can handle the party hair. I might have to leave it behind, but because it's starting to warm up
Beautiful
down here,
girl.
so it's still a little warm. um, all right. Up next, we got Debbie from Three Shifting Veils, who has a lovely channel. She was a guest about a month ago at the slumber party to kind of introduce her, but she's got some wonderful videos she's put out. So y'all be sure to
Wonderful.
check Debbie out at Three Shifting Veils, and you will not regret it. Going to Mexico.
Are you asking
Ole.
if you said you are going, you want to know how it's going to go? I wonder if you have room in your suitcase for me. Mexico is one of my favorite places to vacation. It's just they're so accommodating, so generous, so
Yes, she
friendly,
said.
and yeah, it's a lot of fun, and it's really laid back. It's gorgeous. Um, yeah, I think you're, and it's I've enjoyed I've been on the West Coast, I've been on the East Coast several times, and just the water down there. I think you'll have a wonderful time there, Miss Debbie, and I don't think that there's anything you have to worry about. Um, just make sure you have all of your, all of your precautions whenever you travel anywhere. You always make sure that you have copies of your passport, and, email a copy of your passport to yourself, and, just double and triple check, and you know, keep those. If you're traveling, you're a traveler, all of those things. So any type of international travel or travel vacationing, there's all the do's and don'ts, and just abide by them. And they say don't pack too much. I feel like you're going to be in a bathing suit and a cover up most of the time.
Absolutely. All right. Well, I drew for you the lost and found fairy. I think, as Jean is saying, don't pack too much. And this is why, because just as she said that, that's when this card popped out. It says, what was once lost is about to be found. Thanks to the lost and found fairy. Sometimes the dog is emphasizing my words here. Sometimes she can help us find things we never even realized were lost. So maybe you're going to find something there in Mexico that you didn't even realize you were looking for. And whammo, there it's going to be. So, and don't overpack, because you don't want to leave anything behind. And you want to leave plenty of room in your suitcase to bring all kinds of goodies back.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
I've been to Mexico a few times. Back when I lived in Arizona, before you had to have a passport across the border, and we used to go down and just go over and spend the day. It was great. Um,
Mm.
we always had so much fun. Okay, Christina Ibarra. Message from guides about my job. Okay.
I'm not sure your heart is in it, Christinia. I'm seeing that. I'm not seeing your energy is quite entirely there. It's almost like it pays the bills, and it's not so bad, but it's not so good either. I feel like you're of two minds, and I think that it's okay for right now, and you don't have to. I mean, it is really important for you to follow your bliss, and you can also supplement your desire for following your bliss and doing either a side gig or a robust hobby. And maybe in time that hobby may turn into something for you. But I'm trying to feel into your energy at your workplace, and it's almost like it's fading in and out, like you're not solid in your workplace, and your energy and your heart is not quite there. Not that it's, and I'm like, is it a hostile environment? It's not that. I don't know if you don't feel seen, or if you don't feel like you belong there. Something, you're just not 100% there. But I don't think that it's terrible. I feel like it's, I've been, oh, okay, yeah, that's not Christinia. Okay. So this is what I'm feeling, is your energy is not quite 100% there. But I don't think that there's, I know it's not the best case scenario, but as I don't think it's terrible for right now. I think you can hold on to status quo until things um, manifest for you in your bliss department.
Awesome. I drew for you unconditional love,
Mm.
and it talks about energy flows where attention goes. So as you put your attention into, there we go, that's better. As you put your attention into things that you truly are passionate about, more energy is going to flow there that's going to help you maybe take that step to start your own business, or just start helping others with what it is that you wish to do. Um, maybe it will lead to another job that will open up because they see the passion within you for whatever that might be, that might draw your attention from someone else that says, oh, maybe we should talk to that person for the job because she's what we're looking for. So just keep that unconditional love in your heart. As long as you send out all that love and light, there's nothing but love and light that's going to come back on you.
Mm-hmm.
So,
So
and
she
in the
is saying that
meantime,
sorry,
go ahead.
Sherry. She is
Go ahead.
saying she doesn't feel appreciated. And I think that that need for appreciation might be better off found elsewhere. I don't think if it like you're not going to get blood from a stone. Like they have you in there and you're doing double the work, you're working really hard, and they're not going to they're just going to assume and take advantage. So, I would do your job and do to the best of your ability, but I wouldn't, overextend yourself. It's just not there. It's not you.
It's
It's
not
just
your
not
passion.
there. And, you're just not going to get blood from a stone. So your appreciation you can find elsewhere, you know, that, you know, you have other qualities outside of work where you can be appreciated. And unfortunately, I don't mean to be curt or, it's just, I just, oh, okay. You're a healer. You're
See,
very sensitive. Mm-hmm.
that's what I was picking up. Follow your passion.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're not that they don't appreciate you, but they're not going to show you because if they show you, then they're going to think that, oh, now we have to pay her more money. So they're not going to. They're going to just take advantage and say, if she wants to do that extra work, let her knock herself out.
They just
They're
want
just
somebody to punch a clock. Yeah.
they're just not going to. And unfortunately, it's not that they don't though. So know that. But I would seek your appreciation elsewhere, which yeah, and you're really sensitive and you're empathic, and this is what makes you a good light worker and healer. Um,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's not easy, Christinia, but thank you.
Not at all.
Yep.
Okay, next up we got Teelan. He wants to know what her
Hi,
shaman guide wants to tell her.
hi, T Lynn. She hears him drum when I meditate. I can't communicate directly yet, but occasionally it's loud and startling. Wow. Interesting.
Have
Well,
you
he
gotten
goes,
your own drum? Maybe he's waiting for you to drum back. Or maybe he's
oh,
waiting to show you, he's trying to show you how to strengthen your meditation time by drumming. I take, whenever Danny Shea does his shaman journeys in classes, I try to get on them. I missed the one this morning because I had a live, but one of the things he incorporates is a drum, using a drum or using a rattle or something that kind of distracts the outside from getting in. It's like the drumming and or a rattle, from the way my guides explained it to me, was that helps lead you down the right path because you're going to follow the sound. So you follow the sound of the drum and the drummer to get to where your journey is going to begin with the guide or the ancestor, whoever's there for you. That's what I'm picking up really strongly. Is don't let the drum startle you. Be able to focus in and say, "Oh, there's my guide. Now I know which direction to go," and follow the drum. And it will get louder or lighter depending on how close you are or how far away you get. You're going to hear that difference, but you're the one that's going to hear it in your mind. So focus in
yep.
on that drum.
So Suzanne says, and this is exactly what I got too. She said, maybe he's just slowly introducing himself to you, this shaman guide, when he does the drum. And I felt like that was his communication. He's like, can you hear me? This is me. Can you hear me? Can you connect with me? And it's a more of an energetic connection. It's not, they're not going to talk to you in words. They're not going to talk to you in English. They're going to bring them closer energetically. Focus in on that drumming that he's sending to you. There's a message in the drumming, and focus in on that and just feel what you feel, and sense what you sense. And this is the communication. He's not going to come right out and say, oh, Lynn, can you please get, this color red? They're just, it's not going to be that logical, especially with the shamans. It's very much energetic. And you may feel like you want to go outside, or you may feel like you want to eat a certain thing. And this could be the communication from the shaman, and you don't understand why you feel this way, or desire this thing, or want to drink this fluid, or whatever it is. But it just pay attention, and you might think of it after the fact, like, oh, that's why I wore that funny shirt that I haven't worn in 2 years. It was the shaman, like you might not recognize it until after, which is fine. But I feel this shaman is coming in a, not a mysterious, but like a, not a typical way of communication. Yeah.
Very good. All right. Next up, we got Jill Petaway.
Yes. Hi, Jill. Can I just make sure that Jill's here, because it is a mediumship? Jill Petaway, do you mind just letting Petway, if you don't mind saying hello, making sure that you're here? Because I connect to your energy to connect to your husband, Lonnie. And if not, maybe we can come back to her. So Jill Petway. Looks like Petaway, but it's not quite.
Yeah, there's no I. I think I stuck an I in there.
I know. I bet you a lot of people do that. Yeah.
All right, we'll have to come back. Let's see. Susan Cox.
So she's having dental work done to the tune of $3,000 next week. I'm on Social Security and afraid my pay will be interrupted. Should I go ahead with it, or should I wait? I would work out a payment plan with them, and you could also ask for some assistance with your dental bill because of your fixed income. And you can ask your dentist if there's anything that you can apply for.
I know Medicare will cover some stuff, but I think if it's like not a regular dentist, but a specialist, if you see, then Medicare will step in and cover some of it. So you might want to look into that.
Dental work is really important, and it's like your livelihood. Like if you can't eat, or if you can't bite down on the side, your life is miserable. Like I understand it feels like you have to get this done, and it's going to be a long-term thing. Like it'll fix a really big issue, and you'll be good for quite some time. So I feel like it's really quite necessary. And I don't think that if you don't have the money in the bank for this, if you don't have like an emergency fund to cover it, I'm not saying that I feel like there's anything going to interrupt your income, but I think just having a peace of mind, but I would still talk to the dentist and either get on a payment plan, get on a reduced fixed income thing. You don't have to, it's really outrageous, but it is we can't live without it. I feel like it's really necessary for you, Miss Susan.
There used to be like a medical insurance company that you could get, like a credit card almost type thing, like a credit with that company for dental work. Check with your dentist about that. I don't know if that is still available, But it couldn't hurt. I mean, granted, you'll be making a payment, but it's better than getting hit with it all at once. Can get real expensive real fast.
Yeah, I do feel it's necessary though. I do feel you've been putting it off and really not able to. It's just a major thing. And they
Mm-hmm.
say make sure you take care of your teeth, and you'll be grateful when you get older. And if you need work done, it's better to get it done sooner than later, because of when you age, your jaw changes. And sorry, just I have relatives that I've dealt with with them.
They had to take all of mine out. I have full dentures. I mean,
Do you really? Are
yeah.
they permanent though?
No, not these. These are
Okay.
actually these were the temps. I couldn't afford the permanent replacements,
Right, right.
and they're not, and they're just on a plate. They soak every night, and I put them in the morning. Um,
You're
and
gorgeous. You're
it takes a
gorgeous.
while to get used to them because it's a foreign object in your mouth, and it takes an even longer while to learn to eat with them because you chew differently
Yeah,
with like dentures on a plate. Now,
yeah,
implants are more like real teeth, but that's really expensive.
yeah, yeah. So,
And
Chris,
you have to have the supporting bone structure to go with it for them to attach the teeth to,
mhm.
which I don't have in the bottom because most of my teeth got knocked out when I got injured, when I had my back injury. And
Oh, okay.
so, um, and then the others just started getting rotten, because I didn't have full teeth to do anything with. So it just made it
Right.
harder to do everything. And I wound up just having to get what was left pulled and I gotta buy some new dentures. I've super glued the top plate together so many times it's not even funny.
So
And if you
Susan
bring it to the
says,
dentist, that's what they do is they super glue it back. So
yeah.
don't waste money doing that. Go just buy a tube of super glue.
So Susan did say that it's after insurance is her portion was the 3,000. That's after insurance.
Okay.
You can still get on a payment plan and that credit care. I think
Yeah.
it is. Christinia said, is it credit care? Something like that. It's like two
That
words,
sounds
but
right. Credit care. That sounds right now that
your
you're saying.
dentist will know. And they're very accustomed to having people. That's a lot of money all at once. And
Especially
um
when you're on a fixed income. Yeah,
Yeah,
especially.
care credit, she said, care credit, something like that. And what it is it's interest free for a year, I think it is. But it'll give you peace of mind. Whatever helps you out there, don't be afraid to ask for it. Um, yeah, good for you, Susan.
Exactly.
All the best to you, and show us
Absolutely.
your
Keep us
gorgeous
updated
smile.
and show us your new teeth when you get them. So, because you do walk around and smile all the time once you get them all in. So,
I think you'll be really happy, and it'll go well, and you'll be really happy for a long time. Yeah, it's
yeah,
almost yeah, yeah. Good for you, Susan.
absolutely. Okay. Old Wind Walker is next.
And
He
she
messaged
said,
me.
"Oh no, her husband's in
He's
ICU
in
right now."
ICU.
Also, I swear I woke to a knock like I do when I checked the door, thinking it was one of my kids and no one there. Yeah, that's your spirit guides letting you know that they are there for you. That knock and that call, that's them.
Mm-hmm.
But your husband's in ICU. Is old Wayne Walker still here? Um, what's your husband's name? And um,
Well, she was here about 3 minutes ago.
yeah, I thought so too. I thought I saw her. Um, if you could tell us your husband's name. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
He's in. Oh,
Yeah,
yes,
she's
Will.
here. Will. I guess
Okay.
his name was Will. Okay. Um,
So, There is a Ask Julie Ryan is the YouTube lady, and she does angelic messages, and it's a free book on her website. I'll look at it as soon as Sherry does her reading, and I'll give you the link. But it's something angelic messages, and it's a way for you to connect with your husband. To it'll help you understand what he's going through, and it also will help him. And I'm not sure if he has been ill for quite a while, or if this is sudden. And I think that it might be best if you want to contact me for a private reading. I'd feel a little more comfortable maybe going into a little bit more detail privately. So Old Windwalker, it's SunPsychicJean.com, and you could just get a 15-minute reading and we'll talk about it. I don't want to say any more here right now.
I drew for you an Earthwalk dragon called Grace. And it says, you are more than you can possibly imagine. This is when you're struggling with self-worth, self-respect, self-love, or when we've been neglecting ourselves. If your husband's sick, we tend to neglect ourselves because we're taking care of them. It's just a little reminder that it's time to look at yourself and discover who you truly are. You are a magnificent human being, and you need to find ways to let go of self-imposed limitations and self-limiting beliefs. You are more than you can possibly imagine. You can achieve so much more than you foresee. Believe in yourself. And that's the message. It says grace is a deep acceptance of all that is within and without us. It means the end of struggle through embracing the whole of us as we truly are. I like that.
She said it was definitely her. She grew up that way. So
there you go.
AskJulieRyan.com, and it's a free ebook, and you can also listen to it. And it is called Angelic Attendance, and it will help you through difficult times like this. Mm-hmm.
There it is right there. So if y'all want to screenshot it in case you're not able to click the link, you can do that, and that way you can go and get that book. That's great.
So Jacqueline, do you know Old Windwalker? I don't know if you guys are here together. Oh, she's talking about something else. Sorry.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Jane, we're about an hour and 20 minutes. Do you have a time limit?
Well, if you want to do one more, we can do one more, because I know you have 2 more shows after this.
Okay, let's see. 2. Okay, let's go with trying to pick somebody that hasn't been called in a long time. Okay, Sandra would like a message from her fiance, John.
Is Sandra still here?
Are you still here, Sandra?
Yeah, and if not, maybe we can do Jacqueline. She's saying she's new.
I'm new and she's here. Okay. Kane, stop. That's annoying to me. All right, who was the other Jacqueline? All right, I'm not seeing Sandra. Okay, Chi Pass has to leave so we can do her.
Okay.
All right. Jacqueline, I don't find a question for you, darling. Where did you?
Yeah, she's at 419, I think it was.
Okay.
4:18, which is 3:18 your time.
Yeah. Oh, got it. Okay, we'll get you next. Chief
Okay,
Pass, you
so
here? I just saw you a minute ago, I
yeah,
thought.
she's here. She's here.
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
they're saying to keep your chin up and keep the giggles coming. Obviously, through your name, I can see that you have a sense of humor, and it's almost like your defense. And they say that it's working, and it's a very good tool to use. And they just want you to keep your chin up. And they're saying this too shall pass. And they're saying that there is a light at the end of the tunnel, and not the tunnel that you're thinking of, the tunnel through this difficult energy that we're all moving through. She's saying you want to be here for the revelation. And I don't use that word. And I don't know who she is. Somebody she is coming through, saying you're going to want to be here for the revelation. So you're going to want to keep your chin up and tuck in your shirt, pull up your shirt collar or your jacket collar, the collar on your jacket, and sort of keep moving forward. Yep. Good for you.
All right. I got for you, ask for help. It says, angels are celestial beings who protect everyone, and the fairies say now is the time for you to ask for angelic assistance. So I think it's just Spirit's way of reminding you that when you need help or assurance, speak up and say something, because it may not be some body from the other side that's going to help you, but Spirit knows, and so they're going to lay it on the heart of someone that you know that can reach out and help you in the physical now when you need it. And if it's something that's metaphysical, then of course they're going to step in and give you whatever you need. You just have to ask for help. I think that's a really strong reminder for that. Let's see. And Jacqueline.
So sorry
Dad
for your
died.
loss. Mhm.
Oh yeah. That's so difficult.
He wants you to know that he's okay first and foremost. There's a dog over there with him. He has mother or a mother figure. I'm not sure if his mother, and he's saying that the boys are here. I'm not sure who the boys are. And it's almost like he's surprised that everybody's there. I think that he wasn't really sure if he would see everybody all at once as soon as he got to the other side. And he's saying that he can breathe. I'm not sure if he had difficulty breathing towards the end, but he's almost like it's an easy to breathe. No struggling or suffering with the breath. He's saying, I can breathe easy here, and he feels light and airy. And he's saying the boys are there, the mother's there, the dog is there, and he's feeling like a young boy again. He's remembering his childhood, and he's saying the good old days are back. And he's just saying how wonderful it's like a reunion for him, is what he's saying. And he's saying while all this is going on, he understands that there is a part of his heart that is left behind here on earth, which is his family, you and his family. and he's saying, take care of yourself, and to know that I'm always around, close to your heart and in your thoughts. And he's saying, when you feel better, when you're feeling more up to it, he says, contact me again. He says, right now, it is, you're going through the grieving process, which is very painful. And he wants you to know that he's not going to go anywhere. He'll be there when you're ready. And you may not be ready right away. It's almost like every time you think of him, you just well up and you get this like lump in your throat. Every time and he's saying that this is the love that you felt my whole life, our whole lifetime together. He's saying this is the love that you're feeling. And he's saying the love never goes away and the connection never goes away. He said, think of me like on vacation. He said, I can communicate with you and I'll always love you, and the connection will never be severed. And he's saying that he knows this because when he got to the other side, he's like, his mom, the boys, the dog, like everybody's there. It's like a big family reunion. He said, you cannot disconnect the connection between you and I. And to make sure you tell the family this too. He just went. I feel like there's something of his that you have, that you brought home with you, and he wants you to know to hang on to that still has his energy. Not sure if it's a shirt. I almost see like a badge, like a cop or a firefighter badge. I don't know. Is there like a badge, something metal, or maybe a medal from military or something? I don't know. But he's showing that you brought something home with you, and he's saying that does still have his energy, and you can connect with him through this item. So I'm not sure what that is, Jacqueline.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I pulled for you, believe in magic. The fairies are very much wanting you to know to open your eyes and see the magic that's all around you in nature. The fairy of the northern lights says you are part of nature, so you're magical too. And I think that you heard your dad because that magic within you helped to open that door so he could directly respond to you. And I think that once you get through that grieving stage and you start healing, it'll be able to be stronger because he'll be able to come and talk with you and not cause pain when he does it. I think that's the hardest part for us when someone we love crosses. As much as we want to hear from them in the beginning, it's very painful because they're not here and you know that. And so he's just letting you know you've got the magic inside of you and trust it and believe in it. And when the time is right, he'll be able to come and talk with you and help you through anything you need him to help you with.
That's wonderful.
And that's what I got.
She said she has his jacket and a veteran's coin of his she brought back with him.
There you go. That's awesome. Well, Jean, thank you so much for spending the afternoon with me. This was a lot of fun.
It was.
I don't do a lot of mediumship readings because I have so much trouble with it. And it's easier when I've got a medium with me. It's like everything turns on. So it's like, I draw from y'all's strength of it. And it helps me. So I do appreciate it. We'll be back together again probably in a month. We've been doing once a month back and forth.
You're back on my channel.
Next time I'll be on Jean's channel. And once we get that set and everything put in place, we'll post something, let you know. In the meantime, if we didn't get to your question, I am so sorry. We tried to get to as many as we could. I will be back at 10 o'clock Central Time tonight for the slumber party. So if you're still awake and you want to come join us for the slumber party, just come in, put your question, and just put a little reminder that I wasn't able to get to you earlier today. And then that way I can do a reading for you tonight. So
more power to you.
I try to get everybody.
And we're having a party over at Marina's if everybody wants to join us.
Yep. Heart Centered Tarot at 6:00 Mountain Time. And I had to stop because she put it in the chat. She corrected me. It's 6 p.m. Mountain Time. And she's having her 5,000 plus party.
It'll be lots of fun with giveaways. So come on over and have a party. I love the
all
parties.
kinds of stuff.
I love getting together with everybody.
Parties are the best, man. I love our parties. We do great parties.
You're the party girl. You're the one who does them.
I'm not helping her with this one. She's on her own. So I was like,
she's a party girl too.
Yeah. So yeah, we've been learning off of each other. So come back for the party tonight.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, everyone, for coming tonight and today and hanging with us. And y'all have a wonderful weekend. Bye.